Testing, testing. Just give me a few minutes, you guys. I'm doing the mic check. Can't hear anything at the moment. It's been a few days. Nobody has took picture of me. They won't let me into the game at all. I've got my keyboards, everything. Just give me a second, please. I don't even think I'm going to even get 10 minutes today, but I'm going to try my best. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Well, the good thing is, oh hi little miss, I have sound. Well, like I said, it's been nearly a week, I don't know how long, I've not been in the game. A lot has happened, a heck of a lot has happened. As you know, I'm doing Death of a Spaceman. That means, if I die, the mission's over, dead man tells no tales. I think I'm on day 12 now in this patch and I haven't died. Okay? Well, if you remember, single-handedly, I destroyed the Polaris. What do you think that gave me? I didn't actually kill the Polaris because I was too tired that day. And the main mission was to get the missiles. And now, I'm taking the missiles from the last mission over 3 or 4 days ago. Because remember, we've got persistence in the game, even with the patch updates. I know it's a little bit janky at the moment, okay? But these missiles, I will be putting on the Polaris. And guess what? Now that I've got missiles, I got 3 missiles to make some real credits. Okay, so I'm going to be here for about half an hour. I don't care, because at the end of the day, I wanted to do this for a long time. And at the end of the day, I should have people there working with, but like I said, it's difficult at the end of the day, because if you're playing Death of a Spaceman, you have certain criteria you've got to work by. And the way the game is, it's not that easy. Now, we've got that looked at the moment. Here's something else. Everybody's talking about the Odin and how much it's going to cost. But wait, hold up 1 minute. The Odin's coming out. Has everybody forgotten about the Javelin? Can you see where I'm coming from? We've all forgotten about the Javelin. Now, I have a funny feeling, if my assumptions is right, they might release the Javelin in the beginning of this patch. But there's too many reasons that say so. We know the javelin's not finished, we know the javelin's not got this, we know the javelin's not got that. Alright? But if you look in the schematics, there's a lot of new weaponry coming out. Okay? And the Aegis and the Polaris don't have the facilities for that weapon. And if they want to be testing these new weapons, the only ship that can do that when it comes out is the Javelin. And what I mean by that is, it's got size 7 weapons. Alright? And the size 7 weapons can go down to size 6. And you got size 9 weapons, they can go down to size 8. Now when you look at it, that brings in 4 of the weapons that's not in the game just yet. And also, let's take a sneak preview. What about point of defenses? I have a funny feeling, because I've seen the schematics, if I saw properly, they've got different size of point of defenses coming out. That means they will be able to shoot bigger ships because of the armor penetration. Okay? So at the end of the day, all these things will be coming out, and it's only going to be the Javelin that can do this. Thirdly, if the Javelin comes out, alright, people's going to want to upgrade from the Javelin to the Aegis. I mean the Odin. Because we know from the minute you upgrade to the Odin, you're going to get the Javelin as a loaner. So CIG is making 2 wins automatically there. Because who's got £5,000 just like that to be spending? They haven't. It's a lot of money to be spending pixels, and then to be waiting 2-3 years for the ships to be coming in game. So that tells me at the end of the day, those are the possibilities. And also, let's go one step further. Let's talk about the hangar deck. My speculation, you can get the constellation in the hangar deck of the Javelin. Only just. I don't know yet. Now, that can't land on planets, so obviously, if it's going to be in space, it needs to be able to accommodate certain things like cargo and all the rest of it. Now, we know that automatically should fit in the Odin. But for that type of ship, it's going to still be too small. So, as you already well know, the Odin is going to be Anvil. Now, if my prediction's right and CIG is starting to work things out, check it out, you guys. I wouldn't be surprised if the Carrack could fit in the Odin. Now, if the Carrack can fit in the Odin, the baby has just had a baby. And the baby can carry over. Basically, it's a ship on ships on ships on ships on steroids. Now, that there is a heck of a lot to take in. Let's talk about naval warfare. The guns are going to be ridiculous. They're being said automatically. It's going to have guns. It's going to have guns, and it's going to have guns. So if it's going to have guns, think about it. They ain't going to miss out the EMPs. Alright? Now if that ship has got EMP, it won't have stupid EMP like the Sabre Ravens. And you know what the EMPs can do at the end of the day? It's a 750 meter ship. So them EMP is going to be ridiculous. So it's got guns on top of guns on top of guns. It's going to have automatic refueling like the Carrack. It's going to be modular, because remember, the Carrack's also modular. The Javelin's also modular. And it's 250 meters bigger than the Aegis. I mean the Javelin. It's going to be ridiculous. Now I speculate at the end of the day it's going to be $5 grand. Alright? But it will go up. but something's telling me that because it's on concept, it might go for 4,000. And if it's gonna go for 4,000, it's gonna sell like hotcakes. Okay? But remember, when these ships go out and when they're out, because they're so big, they're gonna be worth a heck of a lot more. Now, I'm not into combat, but like I said, that ship it's just gonna be unbelievable. It's just gonna be unbelievable, seriously. Now, I would have paid 5,000 for the other ship, which we can't have. And I do think personally, £5 for this ship is a little bit too high. But you have to take into account, if CIG is smart and they release it for £4 grand, they're still going to be on the winner. Why? Because the modules will cost 2 to 3 grand bringing these modules in. I.e., example, look at the Idris. Look at the upgrades on that already. The upgrades on that is nearly £1,000, if not more, and it's more. And that ship is technically at the moment dearer than the Javelin. So that tells me with the modularity of the Javelin, they're going to have to bring these modules in so they can make money out of the Javelin at the end of the day. And if they can do that with the Javelin, they want to test out the waters. They've got 2 years. Okay? So the modularity has to come out. So when they've got the Odin, they've got an idea what they're going to be putting in the Odin. Because remember, Capital's chip is on a totally different era. And I know all you guys are going to be saying it's going to crash. No, it's not. Because the point is, when that ship comes out, the era will be Gen 6. We're just moving to Gen 5 now. Most of you guys that's on Gen 3, you're going to have to come into the Gen 5 to be able to play the game. Gen 4 will be able to play it, but CIG cannot stay on Gen 4 when they've got Gen 6 out there, because look at the performance on this. You cannot do it on Gen 3, and Gen 4 is not enough. And it won't be that much to update the PCs yet. I know all this and all that, but seriously, at the end of the day, I am hyped for the Icarus, the Odin, but will I get it? I really don't know, because at the moment I've just had another grandchild. I've just bought my daughter a new car. They're spending my money before I can even get in the bloody bank, and I'm not. And for me to upgrade my PC to Gen 5 to play Gen 6 stuff and buy the Odin, it's going to cost me over 8 bloody grand before the end of the year is out. 8 grand. Because the PC will have to be updated just for that, because remember, we're also in VR. This is me. And I'm thinking at the end of the day, yeah, I want the Odin. I might have to put the Odin on lay-by until next year and put all the money to one side to get. One minute, phone. Just give me a minute, you guys. Like I said, every time I try to come into the game, something goes wrong. Oh gosh. Well, you guys, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm not going to be able to play the game. People don't like me one little bit. But anyway, let me carry on. Well, anyway, like I said, I am going to be getting the Odin. And if I do get the Odin, I'm not going to need the arm javelin. Okay? But I'm not going to melt the javelin until I've got the Odin. And if I buy, so what I'm thinking of doing is buying the Odin if I can. And if I don't like the Odin because they have made one mistake, I have 2 weeks to say, hey, take back that shit. And I'll wait. But if it's got the things I want on that ship there now, I will keep that ship. And guess what? I will do away with the javelin. But remember, the javelin is a destroyer at the end of the day. Alright? CIG don't know what they want on that ship yet. They haven't done their research. I know the graphics are not as good, but at the moment I'm on rush, okay? My daughter just brought the kitchen sink down. The comments is there. Looks like that's a big missile. Talk about missiles. Oh my word. How many missiles do you think the Odin's gonna take? It's gonna be a heck of a lot. Remember, these ships cannot land on planets. Okay? So they have to have the storage for all this rubbish. And if the javelin's got a storage of 6,000, you can definitely double the storage on the Odin. But they say the Odin won't have that much, but it's got to be able to store these things, because remember, these ships are built to stay in space because they can't land on planets. I wonder how many different types of missiles will the Odin... No, it'll have everybody thing. I don't get... It'll have everybody thing.